This is KCTV English News. I'm Nick Brontes. Prosecutors will not appeal Jeju District Court's recent decision to dismiss indictments against some of the people convicted of various offenses during the April 3rd incident. Jeju District Prosecutor's Office representatives say the office agrees with the court's decision in retrials of the cases that ended last week. The prosecution's decision not to appeal means the court's ruling will stand, clearing the names of the 18 people who filed for the retrials in cases that date back 7 decades. The Democratic Party of Korea's floor leader says he will do everything he can to pass a revision to the Jeju April 3rd incident special law. Hong Young-pyo said at a Friday meeting of the party's Supreme Council that lawmakers should harness the momentum gained by a local court's decision. For the first time in 71 years, a court has dismissed charges against some people convicted of offenses during the incident. Hong argued for the need to uncover the truth about the incident, and he vowed to pass the revision to the special law. A provincial council member wants the national government and the National Assembly to adopt a resolution clearing the names of those wrongfully convicted during the April 3rd incident. Lawmaker Kang Sung-min has submitted a resolution to that effect. It abolishes the criminal records of everyone convicted, calls for more fact-finding studies into the incident, and insists that the revision to the April 3rd special law be passed. If the local council passes the resolution, it will be forwarded to the President, the Speaker of the National Assembly, and the leaders of each political party. 2 Chinese nationals have been sentenced to prison on embezzlement charges. Jeju District Court Judge Jae Chang sentenced a 53-year-old surnamed Yang and a 49-year-old surnamed Shin to 3 years behind bars each. The two were found guilty of misusing nearly 3.3 billion won in project financing for a development in an investment promotion zone. Authorities say the defendants used the loan for personal use. Beginning this year, large retailers and supermarkets are no longer allowed to use disposable plastic bags. Exceptions are allowed for damp food such as fish and meat. Bakeries are no longer allowed to provide plastic bags for free either. They had not been included in the businesses that were required to minimize usage. There is a grace period for the new rules through the end of March, during which time Jeju City officials will get the word out about the changes. After that, violators will face fines of up to 3 million won. Everyone who earned money in 2018 from work in Korea must file taxes here, regardless of nationality, length of stay in the country, or income. It's worth learning about the deductions for which you may be eligible. Joseph Kim explains.
The rates of tax deductions for monthly rent have increased. The deduction rate is extended from 10% to 12% for those who earn no more than 55 million won for the year of 2018. Benefits for small and medium-sized enterprise employees have increased. The reduction rate of their income tax increased from 70% to 90%. The beneficiary's cutoff age has also increased from age 29 to age 34. The rate of tax deductions for the purchase of books, plays, and concert tickets also increased. The deduction rate is 30% for the purchases made after July 2018 for those who earn 70 million won or less. Meanwhile, some tax deduction items have been scrapped. Workers who have kids under the age of 6 have gotten an additional 150,000 won tax deduction, but the deduction benefit was removed beginning this year because a 100,000 won monthly allowance has been provided to parents who have kids under the age of 6 since September 2018. Then what could a worker do to pay less tax? Income tax deductions can be made when credit card expenditures exceed 25% and medical expenses exceed 3% of one's gross income for the year of 2018. Couples earning 2 paychecks are advised to check their earnings and expenditures and pay by one whose income and expenditures meet the conditions. The National Tax Service's website, hometax.go.kr, can automatically calculate what a taxpayer owes. Then, through these calculations, a taxpayer can try to find better options in order to reduce their taxes. Lastly, taxpayers shouldn't miss the deduction for people with disabilities. Cancer, Alzheimer, and stroke patients can get a deduction the same as the disabled.
일반적으로 장애인의 경우는 우리 시군청에 등록된 장애인을 말하는데요. 그 국세청에서는 중증 환자인 경우에, 즉 암 환자인 같은 경우는 별도로 병원에서 장애인 증명서를 발급받으면은 장애인으로서 인정을 해서.
Taxpayers can call the Corporate Taxation Division of the Jeju Taxation Office for help and more information. Joseph Kim, KCTV.
Brighten up your nights at the Jeju Light Art Flash, which is running through March 15th. Enjoy a unique and modern take on the works of Gustav Klimt and Friedensreich Hundertwasser at the new Bunker des Lumières. Skies will be mostly clear all day Tuesday, and the morning winds will die down later on. For the details, here's your forecast. The low in Jeju City will be 6 and the afternoon high 12 degrees. In Seogwipo, temperatures will range from 5 to 12. In Seongsan, the low before lunch will be 3 and the high later on 11 degrees. Across the island in Gosan, temperatures will fall between 6 and 11. And the morning low up on the mountain at Songpanak will be -1 and the afternoon high 5 degrees. Out on the water, winds will be out of the west and northwest at 8 to 13 meters per second, and seas will be between 1 and 2.5 meters. And here's a look at the extended forecast. That brings us to the end of today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow at the same time. We're now on YouTube. Find us by searching for KCTV E-News Jeju. 시청자 여러분, 고맙습니다.